Alright, hey everybody. Right now I'm at a friend's house here outside of Albuquerque. He has his own YouTube channel. It's James Redstrom. And I'll post a link up in the corner and in the description so you guys can check his channel out. And I mean, we're going to be seeing more of these big snakes like this, snakes that I don't have. Very beautiful, misunderstood animals. Very heavy animals.
Hello YouTube. So right here is my normal reticulated python. Her name is Bob. She got a boy name. Not creative at naming snakes, and she was accumulated from somebody who had her and couldn't take care of her. So like I said, she came with the name Bob because they thought it was a male. She turned out to be a female, and she is a very pretty normal.
You get close up with that pattern face. So as you can see, this one's not even nearly full grown, right?
No.
So I mean, that's really big. So that's crazy. But she's definitely very
She's very friendly.
I'm trying to get a view of her face. Hey girl. Oh.
Her and staying still isn't a thing.
See these wrapped around me? People might get freaked out by this. Oh no, he's around my neck, he's gonna kill me, he's gonna choke me. I mean, he's not doing anything. He's yeah, he's kind of pushing my head up a little now, but he's perfectly fine. I mean, the biggest thing is just stay relaxed with them. Stay relaxed. I'm more scared of this end.
Right?
Yeah.
Some big poops and awful smells out of that end.
I mean, basically right now we're like a tree to them. They're just climbing, hanging out.
Getting their exercise. Here's us getting Loki out. Hi girl.
So, could you tell me what you're doing with the hook?
Just giving her a little tap. Letting her know I'm coming into her cage. Just to touch her head.
Oh.
That way she knows, you know, not opening the cage up to feed her. It's just a way of letting her know, hey, getting ready to mess with you. So I don't get struck as a feeding response.
I'll just let her do her thing. Tiger retic, and it may not look as heavy as it seems, but just the strength of these animals makes them heavier than what they really are, because they kind of push you down. They pretty much could manipulate you more than you manipulate them, so you kind of just have to let them
go with the flow of what they're doing.
He's holding on to me, and this one always seems to hang on to me right here.
A few of them will. Just for security factor, they just want to feel secure of what they're holding on to. Here is my purple albino retic. His name is George, and he actually got him and acquired him with Loki down there, the tiger retic. The person we got him from got in a car accident and couldn't take care of the snakes because he ruined his back real bad, so we were able to help him out and acquire these too, and they came to a good home. And he George here, he's very nice, very friendly. Got to use him at a preschool for like a show that a teacher wanted to do on teaching the kids about respect. And in return, the kids made us a cool book on the day they had with handling George and learning about him. So it was a cool turnout.
I mean, I think these are one of the most colorful pythons, they probably are the most colorful pythons.
I'm gonna check on
There's so much actual morphs and stuff. I don't know if there's more than ball pythons. Probably more than ball pythons, no?
I think it's getting close. When retics, there wasn't very many morphs, and now they're catching up with ball pythons on the morphs that there are, and there's so many color patterns, paint jobs of them that will rival with your ball pythons.
Yeah, definitely. And when you have retic, if you have a clutch, you know, when you have around 48 eggs,
and plus
40 plus, yeah, you're gonna have, your odds are a lot better than with a clutch of 8 to 12 with a ball python. So if you're going for like a certain one, your odds are so much better. But I mean, if you're I wouldn't recommend breeding to everybody.
Right? There's enough of these big, gentle giants out there, and everybody doing it is making it hard for them to find homes. And this one here is another tiger retic. His name's Thor, and he is 11 years old. And he came from a family who got him, and then they didn't know what they were doing, and they tried telling us he was mean, and the guy, you know, was, oh, nobody could handle him but me, and the way he was handling him made sense because he was in a 2 foot by 2 foot cage, and he just quickly would throw on big, huge welding leather gloves, grab him behind the neck, and just hold him. And he was like, yeah, he's mean. And I've never seen a retic be mean. And got him home, pulled him out of the tote, opened the tote, just pulled him out how any other snake would, and never has he struck at us or anything. I just think they didn't know what they were doing. They probably got themselves into a way bigger situation than what they thought.
Have you ever been bit by any of them?
None of the snakes I have now. No, I was bit by a pretty big Burmese, albino Burmese that I had, and it was a food response bite, so it held on, and it was pretty painful. It got me right down low on my wrist, and I just wasn't being smart about it. It was my fault. I didn't use a snake hook to tap it on its head, so right when I opened it, the cage, put my hand in there, it was instant. Got me and would not let go, but I was able to close the door in time that way. The rest of the body didn't come out, you know. So I just had the head to deal with, and it was a pretty good process trying to get him off. And that's the only time that I've been bitten by a big snake. Didn't require stitches, nothing, but it left some good teeth marks and a couple teeth still in the bone that had to tweezer out. But it wasn't that fun.
That's where I don't get how people think these are so dangerous, because like he said, he didn't need stitches, didn't need medical attention for a snake this big. Where you get bit by a dog and you're gonna need medical attention. I mean, I have nothing against dogs. I love dogs, but I mean, dogs could be more dangerous than a snake like this.
Anything can be. People give snakes a bad name because they make movies to terrify people. The media makes it to terrify people. But snakes and snake injuries are nothing compared to, like you said, what dogs can do, what cats can do. Driving in your car, getting in a wreck can do.
Right. And actually getting bit by these guys actually have an anticoagulant to where you actually bleed more. And that's actually good, so you won't get an infection. Where you get bit by a cat, you have a very high risk of getting infection, or even scratched by a cat. They carry so much bacteria and stuff in their claws. And I mean, I'm not bashing cats. I love cats. I have 3 cats. But just, these guys are awesome, and they have a bad rap.
That they do, and I think with everybody on YouTube showing their collection, showing their retics, people who go out, inform people, do shows, I think it's a way to help big snakes be understood, that they're not the monsters media wants them to be. And right now, here's my albino Burmese. Her name's Precious. And she's a sweetheart. She's a big girl. She's very friendly. She's a lot to hold, but acquired her about 4 months ago from a couple who's owned her for 12 years. And they're an older couple now, and they just want to retire, travel the world. And we used to buy rabbits off of them for the snakes because they bred rabbits. And they want to retire, travel the world. They gave us the opportunity to get Precious from them and take care of her while they retire, enjoy the world. And the 10 or 12 years that they had her, they took awesome care of her. She's very friendly. They knew what they were doing, and when they put her up for sale, at first they didn't know it was us who was interested in emailing. So they want to go through a lot of the proper procedures, you know, to meet us, see if we had big snakes, if we know how to care for them, you know, and handle a big snake properly. And when we got to their house and they saw it was us, they felt more assured on our capabilities, and we went from there, purchased her, and we talk to them still to this day. We still talk with them, keep in touch, because this is their baby, and they love her lots. So she came to a good home. The previous owners know she came to a good home, and they still get to see pictures of her that we send and see updates on her and how she's doing. She's about 12 feet, but she's way more heavier bodied than Thor. He's just longer. And the last time we weighed her, she was 95 pounds. So she's a good snake for a good workout.
She's only 95 pounds, but she feels like she's like 150 pounds at least when you're carrying her, just right? with the muscle strength.
The scales are big.
So right here, this one Shiva, she's your normal red-tailed boa. As in her bloodlines, that's all stuff the girlfriend does. The girlfriend, these are her boas. This is her joy. I'm the retics, she's the boas, but figured show some big retics. We have a pretty big red-tailed boa. So this one's Shiva, and we acquired her. You watched one of my videos on my channel of Shiva. She has a story, and she had a bad infection. We got it treated, but long story short, she's a good girl. And right here, I just figured go from one spectrum of a dark snake of a red-tailed boa to a pretty albino red-tail, just as a good contrast together.
That works.
And this one's Noodles.
And this snake, I mean, it's not as big as those retics, but it sure is strong. I could feel it squeezing my leg and holding on, and my like whole foot is like going numb right now. It's falling asleep. These boas, I mean, have you noticed that with my little tiny baby boa, that how strong they hold on to you?
Right?
Pretty awesome. And I mean, my girl will be getting this big soon. Well, not soon, but eventually. And it'll be awesome. So, this is probably all we're going to show here. So, if you like all these big snakes, check out his channel at just James Redstrom.
Yep.
Again, I'll post it up on the description, and I'll put a link in the video too. So awesome! Thank you for showing me all your animals.
Not a problem. It's fun showing them off and people who admire them. It's good that we got in touch, met each other, and able to talk about snakes. So it's a good way to bring people together in communities.
Right, definitely. I don't have much friends. Not that like snakes, anyways. You know, so it's definitely cool to have no other reptile people. So I mean, to get in reptile groups. If you like reptiles, get in reptile groups, especially local ones. Look for local reptile groups. Get in them and just meet people. Trade with people, buy from people locally. It's good. All right, thank you guys.
Have a good day.
Happy.